School will be back to normal tomorrow at Aikens Early College High School after a social media threat caused AISD to place a hold on the campus earlier today. Now, there have been many of these types of threats in recent days. KXAN's Nabil Ramadna takes an in-depth look at what punishments students could face for making them.
A school threat causes a hold at Aikens Early College High School. Parents receiving the notification left panicking.
Scared and nervous.
It's not funny. It's nothing to play with.
The fear that people have is a valid fear, and we take those threats seriously.
While the school district didn't release specifics on those involved, Hutto Police Chief Jeffrey Yarbrough says he's had to deal with school threats during his decades in law enforcement, and making a threat can mean big trouble.
A person makes a threat to another individual, we can file on them for terroristic threat. If they make a threat that puts the public or a substantial portion of the public in fear, we can take action against that, which is a third-degree felony.
And being young isn't an excuse.
If you're 10 years or older in the state of Texas and you make a threat or you commit a criminal offense, you can be arrested by law enforcement and handled by juvenile services.
Lieutenant Connor Mitchell with Hutto Police says officers are trained to figure out if a threat is credible or not. And once a threat has been identified, they go through a process to figure out who's responsible.
We do have intelligence resources at our disposal to where even if somebody thinks that they're cloaking the device that they're using, we can probably still be there at their doorstep.
Some threats can be made after a student has been bullied or even as a joke. But regardless, if it's credible or not, Ricky Jones with the Travis County District Attorney's Office says there are still consequences.
For the kids who might be doing this threat, they need to know that this will be taken serious.
Jones says if you see something, always say something. Even what some consider a joke needs to be vetted.
They take the better safe than sorry approach. They treat every threat like it's a legitimate threat. They investigate it. They go out and do their due diligence.
Nabil Ramadna, KXAN News.
And Chief Yarbrough says if someone is charged with a third-degree felony for a threat, they could face up to 2 to 10 years behind bars and up to a $10,000 fine. And looking